Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have always been proponents of helping their fellow man. Charity has played a huge part in their relationship, both while they were senior members of the British royal family and since they announced their decision to step back in January 2020. Harry organised the first ever Invictus Games in 2014, 2 years before he and the SUSSEXES met, with the goal of raising money to support wounded, injured or sick veterans while also allowing them to compete in various Paralympic-style sporting events. In addition to raising funds, the Duke of Sussex hoped the Games would inspire veterans and non-veterans alike as it did him. He continued to run the charity with Markle by his side while they were dating and after their 2018 wedding. The 2020 Invictus Games were postponed due to COVID-19, but the Duke said during a May webinar that the spirit of the Games was alive and well. "We've obviously not in The Hague, but I'm so pleased we have been able to organize this virtual gathering when the Games would have taken place themselves," he said. "This conversation is all about sharing the Invictus spirit, and it is even more relevant now as we are having to address new challenges and adapt our lives." The couple even made their wedding day about charity, selecting 7 organizations to give back to simply because they represent a range of issues that they are passionate about, according to the royal family's website. Those charities included the Children's HIV Association, Shiva, Crisis, Mina Mahila Foundation, Scotty's Little Soldiers, Street Games, Surfers Against Sewage and the Wilderness Foundation UK. After their wedding, they continued to work with organizations that aligned with causes close to their hearts, including One Young World and World Vision. Harry and Meghan's giving didn't stop just because they stepped back from their royal duties, however. In fact, one of the first things the couple did after announcing their exit and moving abroad was launch a non-profit organization called Archewell. Meghan and Prince Harry have decided to mark Women's History Month by issuing a series of non-profit investments in 4 organizations close to their heart. As announced in a statement on the Archewell website, the Duke and Duchess Foundation is investing in leading organizations working to advance gender equity, build policies that empower women and families, ensure meaningful media representation for women, and provide women with a network of tools and support for gaining employment. The first of the organization receiving a grant by Archewell and listed in its statement is the Center on Poverty and Inequality, an initiative at Georgetown University Law Center which develops innovative policy solutions and conducts groundbreaking research to support marginalized young girls. Through Archewell's support, the statement said, the center will be able to deepen and expand its work recognizing and cultivating black girls' leadership, reducing discriminatory school discipline, and strengthening trauma-informed practices so that girls can heal and thrive. Meghan, who was a gender equality activist years before meeting her husband, and Harry also picked the National Women's Law Center, which has been striving to reach gender justice in the US for 5 decades. With Archewell's support, the center will further look into the devastating workforce pushout from the workforce experienced by women during the pandemic and find solutions to achieve economic justice, the statement said. The last 2 organizations mentioned in the statement are well known by fans of the Sussexes, as Meghan tied links with them months ago. 1. The 19th, is a female-led non-profit newsroom reporting on gender, politics and policy. In August 2 years ago, Meghan interviewed Emily Ramshaw, CEO and co-founder of the 19th, during a week-long virtual summit called The 19th Represents. Their chat ranged on different topics, including how Ms. Ramshaw was trying to change journalism and the Duchess returned to the US amid a wave of protests sparked by the death of George Floyd in May 2020. Finally, the Archewell Foundation is supporting SmartWorks, one of the 2 patronages Meghan retained from her days as a senior royal.